about to watch an intriguing story that will surprise you at the end. If you're not coming from part 1, kindly rush to the description below or the comment section. Click on the link to the video and check it out before coming back here. I'm sure you will love it, so get ready for a thrilling ride. Thoughtfully, Davina reported the health condition of her friend, Grace, to the school authorities. By the time Davina returned to the hostel, Grace has been moved to the hospital for proper medical analysis. Davina was pre-invited for interrogation as expected. Davina had a lot in mind as she dragged herself to the hostel. She wondered about the health of her mother and things related. Her mind was occupied that for a moment she forgot about the strange evil going on in the hostel. Davina entered her room, surrounded by an eerie silence. The bright lamp lit up the space. She left the door open and stepped inside, scanning the room with her eyes. That's when she noticed a strange note with names of her 3 friends written on it. Davina's skin crawled with goosebumps. She swiftly began packing her belongings into a brown box. Her hands were shaking. As she finished, the atmosphere shifted, growing cooler and darker. "It's going to rain," she whispered, attempting to calm herself. But the more she tried to suppress her unease, the clumsier she became. Suddenly, the lamp went out, and the room was pitch black. The door creaked closed behind Davina as if somebody had pushed it. Her heart stopped for a moment. Panic set in as she tried to leave, but the door refused to open. That's when she heard the eerie cries coming from the room's darker corner. The rain pounded against the windows, but these sounds were unlike any raindrop. It was like shriek of teen ghosts, or so Davina imagined. In desperation, Davina grabbed her phone and dialed an emergency contact before everything went black. Davina fell asleep, but her mind didn't rest. She had a vivid dream that took her to a strange version of her school courtyard. In the dream, Joy stood before her, smiling sweetly, but Davina's instinct screamed warning. Joy's smile twisted into an evil grin. "You are so nosy, Davina." Joy's voice dripped with malice. "Always poking around, thinking you are better than everyone else." Davina tried to step back, but she was not able to move her feet. Joy's face began to warp like melting wax. "What did you do to Grace?" Davina demanded in the dream, her voice barely above a whisper. Joy's grin widened. "Oh, Grace, she's just the beginning. You are next." Suddenly, the courtyard dissolved, replaced by a dark, endless corridor. Davina ran, desperate to escape, but Joy's laughter echoed through the halls, always getting nearer and nearer. Davina's dream self stumbled, falling toward the cold floor. As she hit the ground, her mind jolted awake. Davina tried to get up, but her head was pounding. She noticed someone who looked alike sitting close to her. "Joshua, I've discovered it all," she began. Joshua had a curious look on his face. Davina began to explain her encounter. She tried not to leave out any detail. As it was, Joshua was the only one she could talk about her predicament with. "I'm sure the door closed because of the wind. It rained heavily, you know," Joshua responded. He refused to believe all Davina narrated was true. He also suggested that the cries she thought she heard were due to the heavy downpour. "And the light went off, probably because its battery died," he concluded. Davina was puzzled. Of all people, Joshua was a devoted Christian who believed in the spiritual aspect of life. She never expected him to doubt her. "Are you not listening to me?" Davina asked, surprised. Joshua shrugged. He suggested that she lay down a bit instead of overthinking things. Davina became unsettled. "How is she?" she heard someone ask. She looked around but did not see anyone except Joshua. "Doctor, how is she doing?" another person asked. Davina's mind at that point was foggy and disoriented. She blinked rapidly, trying to clear the haze. As her vision focused, she realized where she was. A hospital. The person she was imagining to be Joshua was actually a doctor. By her left was her mother, Juliana, and one of their family friends from home. "What's happening?" Davina asked, genuinely surprised. She wondered how her sick mother traveled all the way from the village to town. She wondered how she got to a hospital. As she scanned the room with her eyes, she noticed that the hospital was familiar. It looked like the very known hospital at the village. "What is happening? How did I leave the school? What am I doing in the village?" Davina asked in one breath. "Davina, my dear," her mother, Juliana, began soothing her. "It's okay. I know you have gotten admission into the university, but you have not traveled yet now." Her mother continued with a voice laced with a mix of concern and humor. "You just found out about the admission. You were returning to tell me about it when you had an accident that landed us here." Davina was taken aback. For a moment, she wondered if her brain was playing tricks on her. "I've already gotten into the university," Davina protested. She was going to explain her whole experience at the university when slowly she began to realize the tale of Grace, Opeyemi, Joy, Joshua, and all her experience at the university had been a dream. Davina sighed. It was a huge relief to her. As Davina recovered in the hospital, she couldn't shake off the vivid dream. The image of Joy lingered, making her uneasy. Days passed, and Davina returned home with her mother. While resting, she received a visit from her childhood friend, Emeka. As Emeka chatted, Davina's gaze drifted to the entrance. A girl with an uncanny resemblance to Joy walked in. Same sparkling eyes, same mischievous grin. Davina's heart skipped a beat. "Emeka, who is that?" she whispered, her voice fixed on the girl. Emeka followed her gaze. "Oh, that's Norma. She's new in town. She wants to apply for the same university with me." Davina smiled nervously. As Norma approached, Davina noticed subtle differences. Norma's smile seemed genuine, and her eyes held kindness. "Hi, I'm Norma," she said, extending a hand. Davina hesitated, unsure if she was reading too much into the resemblance. "That reminds me, you were going to apply for the same university, right?" Emeka interrupted her thoughts. Davina sharply shook her head in disapproval. "That would be the last thing I would do," she replied. "Why?" "It would be joyous to attend same university," Emeka persuaded. "And you might as well get to know Nema better. She's fun to be with." "Aha!" Davina exclaimed. "Joy is the last thing I need in my life right now." Emeka was puzzled, and so was Norma, but Davina didn't mind. Thank you for watching this video. There are more interesting videos to check out. Links are in the description, so please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel, join the Afro Whispers family, and to get notified every weekend when we drop another banger. Bye!